What is self-expression? How do we express ourselves? How do we find our true voice so that we can live a life of authenticity? I believe that to express yourself, you first have to know yourself. But that's hard to do when we live in a world where we're told what to do by our parents and teachers, our employers, and just society as a whole. How do we get to know and subsequently express ourselves as individuals? I'm Jenelle, and I am the author of I've Got Something to Say, which is a guided journal for self-expression. In this video, I'm going to share with you my secrets to self-expression and living an authentic life. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things personal growth. So if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for more personal transformation content. Today, we're talking about self-expression. What is self-expression and how do we express ourselves? Self-expression is about showcasing your individuality and your unique perspective. We can express ourselves in lots of ways. We can express ourselves in how we communicate, how we dress, or how we wear our hair. We can express ourselves through various forms of art like music and painting and crafting. But one of the most unrestrained ways we can express ourselves is through how we treat ourselves and how we treat others. Now, I said before that I believe that in order to express ourselves, we first have to know ourselves. Well, let me tell you my story. I grew up as the youngest child in a large family, and growing up, I always felt unheard and overlooked. And so I used a diary as my outlet for expressing myself. What I love about keeping a diary or journaling is not just the process of getting my thoughts and unique perspectives out, but what I also really love is getting to read back on my journal entries and seeing things from an objective point of view. Now, I've been keeping journals since I was really young, and when you spend that much time with yourself and with your thoughts, and I'm talking decades. In keeping a journal, I've come to what I think are some pretty profound keys to helping others on their personal growth journeys. So here are my 3 keys to self-expression. The first key is that we have to learn to unblock ourselves. And by that, I mean we have to accept that there are endless possibilities and outcomes to any situation. There's no one way to anything. For example, we're often told that we have to work hard in order to be successful and live the dream. And because we're told this repeatedly, we believe that this is a universal truth. But how does that explain the people that spent years doing mundane work and still not achieving success? In order to fully express ourselves, we have to remove the mental and emotional blocks that we put on ourselves or that others have put on us. We have to accept that there are an infinite amount of pathways to achieving our dreams and living a life that we desire. As an exercise, take some time to write a list of things that you were told when you were growing up about success or about life. Then, for each thing that you write on that list, ask yourself, if this wasn't true, what would be true? For example, if your dream was to be a musician, but you were told you'll never make a living doing that, then ask yourself, what if this wasn't true? And your response may be something like, I can live a life I love while being my authentic self and doing the things I love to do. Brazilian author Paulo Coelho is a great example of this. Growing up, Paulo was a shy kid that loved reading and dreamed of becoming a writer. But he was told that he could never make a living being a writer in Brazil. His parents were so concerned that he was a rebellious kid that they put him in a mental institution at the age of 17. But he followed his heart, and at the age of 41, Paulo's book, The Alchemist, was finally published and went on to sell over 65 million copies worldwide, and it is the most translated book by a living author. I tell you this to say that by releasing the blocks that we put on ourselves or the blocks that anyone else has put on us can make all the difference in how we show up in the world and how we express ourselves. Secret number 2 is to stop worrying about what other people think. Through my own journaling practice, I've come to understand that everyone yearns to express themselves. It's the reason you're watching this video now. We all want to be heard and seen. Even the people that impose on your self-expression, they are simply trying to express themselves as well. For example, our parents or teachers, neighbors, or our well-meaning friends, when they are telling you their opinions, even if their opinions are stifling your self-expression, just know that they are simply putting into practice what you are scared to do, but you have every right to do. The opinions that they are expressing is not superior to yours unless you allow it to be. When I said earlier that the greatest form of self-expression is how we treat ourselves and how we treat others, this is exactly what I mean. You can respectfully listen to what others say as they express themselves while respecting your personal right to express yourself as well. Ask yourself, in what ways am I not honoring my right to express myself? You may find that you may be the person that's stifling yourself because you're worried about what other people will think. And finally, secret number 3 is to unleash your authenticity. I believe that everyone has a gift and our life has a purpose. That gift and purpose is buried on the inside of you. But as we get older, the world comes in and kicks dirt all over our buried purpose. We'll call that dirt societal norms. Those are the habits and behaviors that are deemed socially acceptable. Oftentimes, though, those of us that feel stifled in our self-expression, it's usually because what society is saying is the norm usually doesn't align with what you may feel in your heart to be true for you. So you bottle up who you are, or even worse, you never get the chance to learn who you are because you've made it a habit to lock that part of you away from the world and even from yourself. We're constantly told that we need to be our authentic selves in the workplace or on social media, but then we're bombarded with images and visuals of what social norms are or what's just socially acceptable. And oftentimes those visuals don't align with what feels authentic to you as an individual. Our unique perspectives and authenticity is what makes the world go round. It's the spice of life. It's almost as if you have a duty to express yourself, not just for yourself, but because your words, your behaviors, your art, your style can help encourage someone else to be their authentic self. I created a guided journal on self-expression because I needed it for myself. But if you check out my Amazon reviews, lots of other people were also impacted by the journal and the journal prompts, and they've been able to express themselves and release their pent-up words and thoughts and emotions. But it was simply just me expressing myself. Even creating this YouTube channel and this video is my form of self-expression. I'm expressing myself creatively with the skills and the gifts I've been given. From the words that I'm using to the edits you see in this video, from the clothes I'm wearing, the way I'm wearing my hair, my jewelry, my background, which is my home office, which is designed in a way that expresses me and the things that I like. It's all a part of self-expression, and you're entitled to it just as much as I am. As a matter of fact, we have an obligation to express ourselves to make way for more forms of self-expression, just like I'm doing right now. And there you have it. After years of journaling and learning who I am, those are my 3 keys to self-expression. Now, I've used journaling as a way to get to know myself so that I can express myself with ease. If you need help starting or deepening your journaling practice, I'd like to invite you to journal with me. I have a free 14-day journaling experience that you can take part in, where every day for 2 weeks, you will get a video message from me with a daily journal prompt and tips that will help you dig deep and find your voice. Also, you can grab a copy of my guided journal. It's called I've Got Something to Say. It's a guided journal designed for self-expression. I'll be sure to put the link for the free 14-day journaling experience and for my guided journal in the description below this video. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and let me know in the comments which of these keys to self-expression resonated with you the most. I'm Jenelle, sending you lots of love on your personal growth journey, and I'll see you in the next video.